Hello, Jordan Price podcast. Thanks for joining me. I highly thank you so much. God bless you for joining in. Um, I have some things to talk about, which is obviously why I'm here. Um, Caitlin Bennett. She's a very intelligent, beautiful woman where some of the stuff that she goes on to talk about, um, I agree with, but there's times where I think a lot of those interviews are planned. Um, but that's besides the point. Um, what I'm, well, this is called a tool. It's a mini screwdriver. I got a lot of tools around here. That's what I do. But I want to pull this in a little bit more. Okay. Um, I agree with a lot of the stuff that she does say, though, when it comes to, civil rights, um, First Amendment, stuff like that. I totally agree. But before we start this off, I want to say that any of my people that come on here are, they have nothing to do with what I say on here. So don't come at them sideways and talking crap about the people that I bring on here because I say what I want to say. I love the fact I live in America. So before you get off your handle and start talking crap, um, let's go with one thing and let's get one thing straight. Don't think that anybody that comes on here has anything to do with my political opinions. I bring people on because I love to have people on the podcast. But what I say and what I think and what I believe is one thing. And what they do and what they believe is another. So before you start jumping the handle, my dog just pulled that hurt. pull, that hurts so bad. So don't put that on them. So before you jump the gun and want to talk crap about the people I bring on my podcast, they have nothing to do with my opinions. My opinions are very loud and clear. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're a lesbian. I don't care if you're trans. It is what it is. Keep it away from schools. Keep it away from children. And we'll be fine. Caitlin Bennett is just a girl going around trying to explain to people her beliefs and where she goes. Same as what you're doing is you're going around talking about your beliefs and stuff like that. It's so funny though how people get so I've been watching a lot of her videos and I've been watching her at like the farmers market and all these other things she goes around to and they're expressing their opinion, but as soon as somebody else comes around, then automatically it's, oh my God, you are the worst, you're a Nazi, you're a racist. I had a Nazi symbol put on my door by some person. I don't know who did it, but they put it on there. I cleaned it off and I prayed for him. The old me would have found who you were or found your friends and beat the fucking pulp out of them. But that's not me anymore. Not saying I won't, but they're getting all mad at her because she was carrying around a assault rifle. Honestly, that's a bad bitch right there. I freaking loved it when she was walking around with that fucking assault rifle. Uh, that was honestly my favorite. Like just watching her walk through the crowd and people just like, it's like, yeah, what are you gonna do with that on her side? Like, what? Like, really, literally, like, what would you do? Like, pull out your mascara so fast that she couldn't see through her eyes? I loved it. I loved it. I thought it was an amazing thing, an amazing statement to where she just had it on her back. It's protection. I mean, she's got security. She has to because all these leftists and all these other people against everything are so terrified and they're yelling at the police and they're yelling all this other stuff. But yet, when something does pop off, they yell for the. It's kind of like when the Black Lives Movement, and yes, I'm bringing this back up. When the Black Lives Movement were going around and yelling "F the police," which I am totally against. They're just men and women doing their jobs. Stop. Like, you're burning down businesses in your hometown to prove a point. Only thing you're proving is the racist people, which I do not agree with, correct. That all you do is ruin neighborhoods and you ruin houses and all this and you go and do that only. And do you realize that all that money, the millions of dollars that the Black Lives Movement made, didn't go to people in the streets that needed it, that deserve it, that need help? People need help. I get it. I 100%, a million, 1,000% agree. People need help. It doesn't matter if you're black, if you're white, if you're orange, if you're yellow, if you're fucking pink. It doesn't matter. People need help. People need support. But going around and doing that is only proving one thing. The radical, racist, stupid fucking society side of the world is only thing you're doing by doing that is proving them right. Same with the leftist side of trans gay people. Now, I am friends with trans people. I'm friends with gay people. I am friends with lesbian people. One of my best friends is a lesbian. I won't say names, but if you watch this, darling, I love you to death. You've been there with me more than most people. And I appreciate you. And I love you for that. My gay friends, I say the same thing. I love and appreciate you. I am a Christian man. I do not claim to be the best Christian man in the world, but I do believe in God. I believe that Jesus died on the cross for me and for my sins and for everybody else's. He hung out with murderers, rapers, thieves, but had forgiveness. To carry that cross all the way to Calvary, whenever he died on the 3 wooden crosses, he died right in the middle in between 2 people. Said, if you are God, then get down. Stop. Why are you doing this? You can get down at any moment. You could take everybody out. I wish to be a penny of the man. A penny of the man. To have as much gall and balls for him to sit there and do that. Anyways. I want to go back and do Caitlin Bennett with her walking the streets. Around the United States, just talking about rights and stuff. Kind of reminds me of a lot of like what. Now I'm not comparing her to the upmost of Charlie Kirk, but she is doing it. She has security, which technically, sadly, people that want to spread work and the word and the amendments, sadly they have to have security. Which sadly, with me having that swastika put on my door, I also am now needing to have possibly. I am doing a live downtown talk to talk about God and to talk about rights and have an open forum like I'm doing right now I'll have my table set out and I'll have all my stuff ready to rock for people that want to come on and talk and debate, which I will say that I don't know everything, but if there's one thing I do know is Jesus saves. So I will be there and I will have security for not only my safety but other people's as well. And I wanna go in saying that she is a mother, a wife. She is a caring person for the United States. She is a Trump supporter, which is amazing. Now, like I've also said on multiple platforms, I don't always agree with Donald Trump, but he's a guy that gets results. He gets things done. He goes into North Korea, to Kim Jong-un, and steps foot in there and goes into his place. And they shake hands, and first president that ever did that. He goes into Russia. And Putin and him shake hands, and let's face it, Biden was nothing but a puppet in the world's hand for the years he was there. The guy didn't even know he was there half the time. My favorite thing is whenever Shane Gillis said he's like a Roomba. He just... He doesn't even know he's there. He's just walking around. Like I said, Trump... I voted for Trump. I did. And I'll happily admit that. It's a lot better than the people right now that are in office not doing shit. And I come from Illinois, and I was born and raised in Illinois, and I know people that were born and raised in Illinois that are way older than me. They're way older than probably you listeners. Brandon Johnson, the mayor of Chicago. Granted, most of my family came from Chicago. And JB body type of a chicken nugget Pritzker. You know, I've always told people always ask me, they're like, why don't you have a girlfriend? I'm like, well, once I find somebody strong enough, like the top button on JB Pritzker's top button on his shirt, good night. That freaking thing is crying for a breather. Good Jesus. That thing is fucking holding on for dear life. There's like one fiber, like, geez, mister, let me go. I just need to breathe a little bit. Your neck is so thick. You're thicker than a snicker. That's JB Pritzker's top neck, by the way. That's the top button of his shirt. And Brandon Johnson looks like and pardon my language, a retarded Jackson. Come on, don't tell me you did not look at that guy and be like, Jesus, that nose is not real, is it? Fucking. It's like if you took a pancake and a drill and you put two holes in it, and the drill had a couple, bad marks on it. That's literally what his nose looked like. Same with that Beetlejuice looking ass motherfucker that quote quote run Chicago whenever the pandemic was going on, if you want to call it a pandemic. She was going to get her hair done. Eeg. Sorry, I gotta keep fixing these. I don't have rich parents to buy my shit for me. But JB Pritzker has been fighting ICE and President Trump and everything, and same with Brandon Johnson, agreeing to pretty much say that illegal immigrants should put up their cameras and fight. But in all reality, I think the only thing you need to fight is your fucking overweight diabetes. For the love of God. I think the only reason why Golden Corral is alive is because JB Pritzker is still moving around. Looks like whenever he comes to a buffet, he takes it as a challenge. All you can eat? That fat bastard takes it as a challenge. Fucking faggot. And I mean that in the best way possible. Nah, I don't. And then you got Logan Paul and his side bitch, Big Mike. Really? Big Mike? Really? Big Mike? That's that's what you go after? Hello, I am Logan Paul, and my special guest, aka my boyfriend who dicks me down every night, Big Mike, aka Pussy Dive In You. Get it? Dive in you. Okay. Alright. Nobody? Can we do a laughter thing? Let's see if we can. Oh, let's think. Hang on, here we go. Dive in you. Big Mike. Thank you. I appreciate you involving me in that one. You really think that Chicago is a safe place? I have family that live in Chicago, that moved from Chicago down to where I live. They lived in Harvey, Illinois, which is like an hour and 45, hour 35, something like in between 35, 45, hour and 45, 35 minutes. Um, they had to, and I remember Harvey growing up. It was a beautiful place. Beautiful. Walk your dogs. Great, great place. And then I was talking to a friend of mine that lives there before my aunt and uncle moved down here, and they were getting shot at for a uh what do you call it, a welcome into the gang. I have a gang for you. It's called my 45, sitting in my bedroom right now, and the other one I have with me in my side. It's called You Shoot Sideways. Blop, blop, blop. I shoot like this. Headshot, headshot, headshot. Don't out gangster a real man. You're going to get shot hard. And I will most definitely wait for your parents to say, he was such a great man. He did so many good things. He was a good child. Such a lovely person. Shut your fucking mouth, you fucking idiot. Really. A good man? A good man goes to church. A good man takes care of his family. He didn't go to the store to grab milk and not come back until his 18th birthday when he finds out he's got a rap label. Let's call a spade a spade. Like my grandpa used to say, it's not racist if it's true. Oh God, you're gonna get fucking deleted on the internet. Well, I'll start another one and I'll keep it up. Shame on you. And shame on everybody else that makes a laughing stock of a man, a believer in God, a family man, a husband, a father, a child of God. When it's okay for people in a school to laugh and joke about another man's death and celebrate his death. How dare you? And I'm not just saying that because he was a Christian man. I'm not saying that just because he was a father. I'm not saying that just because he was a great husband. I'm saying that because he was a human being. Jimmy Kimmel and all these other people that are getting taken off the air needed to happen long before this. Same with The View. Whoopi Goldberg, and I love watching Sisters act. Second one, yeah, not so much. But the fact that you need to be gone. Gone. If you don't like the United States of America, then fucking move. Try that fucking stupid leftist ass bullshit anywhere else and see how far that gets you when you're not in the United States of America. Your ass would have been hung and shot if you did that anywhere else. But that's the reason why I love America. Because you have that right to be a fucking ignorant cuss. By the way, if you don't know where that came from, that was like Civil War talk. You were nothing but ignorant cuss. You know nothing. You're the Rosie O'Donnell of America today. And shame on you. Shame on you. You have people come on there and you belittle them and you talk crap about our president, but yet it's okay for you to do the same thing by belittling people and by talking crap about people. But as soon as they come at you and your beliefs, then you get angry. I don't get angry about what you say. I get angry when people don't say nothing about it. As a Christian man, I pray for you. I pray for your family. I pray for your loved ones. But I will not sit idly by and hear you talk crap about something that honestly you don't know nothing about. You're a freaking millionaire. You make millions of dollars to go on camera with your nasty, smelly hair. I've never seen you live, but I'm pretty sure it stinks. They're dreads. Come on. I don't. Dreads are fucking. I've been to so many festivals, and your hair smells ridiculously terrible. Just saying. That's my opinion. Whatever. But you can't go on air and talk smack without repercussions. You're literally doing this as a job. That would be like me doing what I'm doing right now and I'm waiting for the hate comments. Because honestly, they crack me up because most of the time they don't make sense. So, yeah, you're talking when you're sitting in your house with 9 fucking subscribers. Oh, yeah, really got me, fella. Yeah, hit the nail on the freaking head on that one. Come up with something new. Cheers. Now, there's one thing also I love, and I've been watching a lot of this, and I've been doing research on this for a very long time. Racism. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Hitting the nail right on the catfish right here. And before you get on your comments and say, catfish, oh, this guy. I meant nail on the catfish, the southern term. It's kind of like pulling the skin off a rabbit. If you've never heard that expression. Whenever I pull the skin off a rabbit, I cut around the legs and I pull the skin down. And I take nails and I put them in a piece of wood and I am able to peel the skin off. Same thing whenever I am cleaning catfish. I grab it, grab my needle nose, and I peel the skin down, cut the meat off, throw the rest in the woods, let the animals get it. So peeling the skin off the back of the camel. It comes to the point of you can lead a camel to water or a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. It's saying you can give all the evidence and all the statistics to people, but it's never going to lead them into understanding facts. The facts are that blacks sold blacks to the white folk. Blacks sold whites to the white folk. Whites sold blacks. Therefore. I don't agree with slavery, but it was the thing we were in back then. We had to go through things. It's the same thing as when we were coming to the United States. And first off, I want to start by stating, fuck Columbus. Well, how can you believe what you believe whenever you say that? Explain it. Well, I will. Here's my explanation. Columbus was a terrible fucking human being. Why we celebrate his day is beyond me. I've been on a petition for the past 10 years to get Columbus Day out of the celebration. I've done so much research on this guy, and I will do a podcast all about him, nothing but about him. He was a sex trafficker, slave owner. He was just a terrible fucking human being. He had sex with children. By the way, viewer discretion is advised. I've said this before. Terrible human being. I don't celebrate him, and I tell most people not to. Because, and if you know me and you're from my town, a lot of the people in the bars and other scenes, even my church, I explain why he's a terrible human being. And a lot of them are like, oh crap. So I show them some documentaries to watch, and they're like, wow. Did not really understand he was that bad. I'm like, yeah, it's crazy when you actually do research. So, F that guy. Whenever we came here and we tried to settle with the pilgrims and whatnot, the natives wanted to have us beheaded and taken out. Before they came there was other people before the natives. Well, they did that exact same thing. Scalping was considered of pulling somebody's hair back and taking the skin off of their head and putting it on a stick with their skull, putting it sideways so people know not to come on their land. These were people just looking for a safe passage from the storm. The people that made it back, and they explained what was going on. When they went there, they said the grass was good, the soil was good for planting. Now, what they teach you in school is one thing, but which my favorite part is I talked to a history major in a college, and he said, whenever I sat down in his class, he said, everything you learn from school, throw that book out the window and get ready to know the real history. And I was so intrigued. I sat there and I listened, and he said, one thing, and let's make one thing clear. Everything you learned in school is wrong. I'm here to teach you real history. That blew my freaking mind. when we came to the New World, we were pagans with Christianity. Same with Vikings. We were Vikings at one point, pagans. And I have pagan tattoos all over my body. But I also have my cross right on my chest. Or I also carry my Bible. And I have my words of my faith tagged. They knew nothing. They might have known hunting, they knew nothing. But they had one thing, but we had something else. It's called a gun. If you look back in the Wild Wild West, we had guns, we had ammunition. We saved their land and we put the people that they were fighting over land. We put those people in the dirt to help those. We saved. And after the United States was made, we've always done one thing we said we would, is we will protect our own, and we'll also protect the people around us. If it wasn't for us, France would be speaking fucking German right now. We've went into more wars and gave more money to out-of-country places than anybody else in the world. Anybody else in the world. We went and we served. American citizens that had nothing to do with these people's wars. We went and we did it. You gotta talk about World War II. Going into Germany. Fighting Hitler's fucking regime going through. And by the way, I will have a podcast highly on that. We also went to Vietnam, Korea. All these wars that had nothing to do with us, but what did we do? We fought. We earned this fucking land. So shame on fucking you. If you don't like it, then fucking move. I'll help you pack. I'm sure some of your Mexican friends will help you pack too. It's what they get paid for. They'll probably mow your lawn before you leave. I'm not racist. I'm truthful. God is king. God sent his one and only son to die on the cross for our sins. Brandon Johnson. First off, fuck that guy. And J.B. Pritzker. The body type of a chicken nugget. And the mind of a 2-year-old stupid person. You are the epitome of why government is so frowned upon. I don't agree with most of the stuff the government has to say or do. Because there's always a dilemma. Or there's always a thing with them. To where there's something in it for them. Trump was a millionaire. Billionaire. Billionaire. You realize how much $1 billion is? Really? Do you? Have you thought about how much $1 billion fucking dollars are? Didn't have to be president. He didn't need it. He had plenty of money. He's still making money. He's not taking any money while he's in office. He's making money off of everything else. He's like, well, his dad gave him $8 million to blah blah blah. I'm like, I would love to give you $8 million and see how far you can go with it. Guarantee you would only make it a year before you're fucking broke. The fact whenever he said God is king was not a ploy, in my opinion, for him to get votes by the Christian community. He said in multiple interviews, if you actually did research and did your background check, you would see that Trump always said, without God, the world is doomed. Doomed. That's a big word. If you didn't understand it the first time I said it on the fifth time. Doomed. 6. Deporting illegal immigrants is not a way of saying that white is power. Getting rid of immigrants that are here illegally, that have been convicted of rapes and murders, and be put in Chicago in nice hotels, given money to stay there, plus food and everything else, just goes to show that the fact that our government is completely fucked in Illinois. And I have to put that back on Brandon Johnson and J.B. Pritzker. We're giving money to illegal aliens that are not here legally, that cross the border to sex traffic, and also to put children in sex trafficking schemes for millionaires. The Epstein list is not a joke, ladies and gentlemen. This is a real fucking fact. Brandon Johnson and J.B. Pritzker are literally okaying the fact that it's fine for illegal immigrants and for illegal people in the United States to stay and be humbled by Chicago. I went into, and this is not my first rally to say, make Chicago its own state. Chicago is a manipulative, terrible place for anybody to stay. The fact that Harvey and other places are taking over by the fact that it's okay. We were the highest place of murder capita than Haiti and other out countries. We had 11 murders in 1 month, if that, being the lowest. We were higher than 11 murders. The research that I've done, there was 799 murders, breaking entries, burning down houses, than anywhere else outside of the United States. Over LA. Compton used to be the murder capita of the world. Now it's Chicago, Illinois. And they will not admit it. I watch on my social media that Chicago is the second best beautiful place to visit at night. Come the fact that Chicago is more scarier at night because you don't know who is coming after you. It's came by people visiting outside of the United States of America saying that I've never watched my back more here than I did whenever I was in Afghanistan. And this was coming from 12 people that also served in Afghanistan, a war zone. That they felt more uncomfortable going into establishments because of this. How in the F do you think that Chicago is a good place to be? Because I don't see it. All these statistics I'm looking at and pie charts and everything I've been researching, I don't see anything. Brandon Johnson, failure of a human being. J.B. Pritzker, failure of a human being. Black soul blacks. Black soul whites. White soul blacks. Black soul whites. Doesn't matter. I'm an Irish Catholic Jewish man. Family was sold. Doesn't matter. We're all slaves from slaves. Let's face it. One thing I know is God is king. Big shout out to JD Vance for looking into things that nobody else will look into. And I'm sorry, but if he decides to do it, JD Vance for president, I'm all the way for it. President Trump, not do I agree with everything he says, but he's getting results. He just has to fix everything else. Everybody's like, well, if he's so good, then why isn't everything where it's supposed to be? Well, it takes time to fix up other people's fuck up. Can't just fix it right then and there. You gotta go through and like, yeah, we're giving money to other foreign places to support them. Like, we're giving trillions and billions of dollars to all these other countries that they've never, like, what the fuck? Why the fuck are we giving them money? Whenever we have poor people here, we have veterans sitting on the streets begging for money. We have felons sitting on the streets that don't even know if they were rightfully accused. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on J.B. Pritzker. Shame on Jason Benson. And shame on everybody else. And shame on everybody in the Biden candidacy. Shame on Harris. Shame on you. But may God bless you and see your way through the darkness. Because you've been put through so much crap that now that everything that anybody says, no matter what, if they're left or they're rights, you are automatically a racist, wrong person. I am a simple American sitting in my Illinois home where I had to wake up for my manager to call me on the phone saying that somebody put a swastika on my door. Shame on you. Shame on you. I have a picture right here that says, in my house, I will serve the Lord. I have a Bible sitting right here. I have Bible verses in my bedroom to remind me whenever I wake up that I am not only a human being, but I serve a Lord that cares. Shame on you. And shame on you teaching your kids that it's okay to put swastikas on people's doors and to burn down communities. People that work their asses off. Shame. Shame. Brandon Johnson and J.B. Pritzker, you should be denied and put in prison for the rest of your life. God give you your soul. You are nothing but a tyrant. You're nothing but a piece of crap that needs to be buried down in society for the news to say this is not okay. Shame on you. Your millions of dollars should go back to the taxpayers, and all that money that you made while you're in prison should go to the veterans, the men and women that have sacrificed their lives to keep this country safe. Shame on you. Shame on you for going out to eat and spending thousands of dollars on people that you propaganded into your propaganda. You are nothing more than Hitler making a statement saying, I am law and you cannot disobey me. When Trump said all you had to do was call me. In small town Illinois, Trump in the United States have came and said, not only him, but J.D. Vance came out in public and said, if you would have called, we would have helped. But no, we had to bring ICE into it. And I'm all for people that come in the United States legally. But I'm not okay with the American flag being burnt. Shame on you. You don't care about America. You don't care about American citizens. You care about your wallet. And J.B. Pritzker, the only thing you care about is how fat you can get that neck. Good Lord. You're a terrible piece of crap. And I say this, so say this, with the utmost due the hope that you find a place in your heart to understand the wrongs you've done to this country and this state. You're a terrible human being. And shame on you. Brandon Johnson. You're a black man that made it up to a high part in society. But you forgot one thing. Americans, once they get their back cornered, they will fight back. And I hope you understand that. Because whenever you and J.D. Pritzker, or J.B. Pritzker, I don't know, J.D. for giant dick fuck, I hope you find yourself in prison and get dicked down by the biggest fucking person in that building. You're a terrible human being. You sit there and you lie to this. You lie. You lie and you lie and you lie. Liar, liar, pants, I hope they really go on fire. You have no real knowing of what people go through. You spent millions of dollars telling people that they're wrong. They don't know what we're talking about. Well, we do. And we're not dumb. And we will seek you to go to prison. I'm not telling anybody, and I do not say this at all. I'm saying this as a person that is seeing what happens to American families all around the world, not just in Illinois, but all these other cities, small town America like mine. Farmers that are begging just to see grain go up, but yet you're giving it to other countries. Seeing grain go up to help gas prices. People that are making gas more affordable besides using the corporate oil rigs where we can make gasoline through other things, but yet they're being shut up. I think it's time that we stop shutting them up and shut you up. We shut you down. We take you down. We say we're done. As American citizens, we are done talking. Now it's time for action. When Charlie Kirk got shot just by speaking his words and saying the word of the Lord, I think enough is enough, and America's tired of it. I'm not saying going after these people to kill these people, because they do have families, and I do have a heart. I do have a soul. I do care. I don't want no harm to these people. I might disagree with what they do and who they are. Doesn't mean I want them killed. I'm saying it's time we take you down. You go to jail for treason. For being against what you said you stood for. J.B. Pritzker, I remember whenever I heard you talk about you cared about the American people and you cared about the citizens in Illinois. You no longer have that place. You've shown plenty of times after your second time and you're trying to run again. I think the only thing you need to run is on a treadmill. You fat pussy. Come on, let's face it. He's kind of a fucking pussy. Like, I want just put me and him in a ring. I'm not a big guy, but just put me in a ring with that guy so I can beat the fuck out of him. In all due respect. Beat the fuck out. Brandon Johnson. You told the citizens of Chicago that you were going to do better. You did not. You told people that you were going to stand for the people of Chicago and make it a safer place. Besides, you did not do that. You sat by J.B. Pritzker's body type of a chicken nugget, sucking his appendage, and lying to us in our face. You're a terrible human being. And you should also be imprisoned. And be dicked down by the biggest person in jail. If not murdered. Because even people in prison that are serving life or 20 plus years would be more than happy to have that on their belt. To me, in my opinion, it would be justified. I'm not God. But I know one thing. When you're a man, you say your word. When you're a man, you do your job. And you did nothing. You did nothing. You did nothing. You did nothing as far as that when 13 women were raped and taken out by illegal citizens that came in through the United States, you gave them harbor. You gave them a place to stay and denied it. Those families won't get those children back. But yet you okayed it for them to stay. Saying that this is a harbor area. You put them in hotels more expensive than I could ever buy. You put them besides the people sitting on your streets homeless, waiting, hoping for somebody to say, here's my hand, grab it. J.B. Pritzker, you denied all these farmers that were needing money and helping, but you gave it all to illegal immigrants. I'm not saying that you're not allowed to come here, but come here legally and come here on the proper way. But for those same people to burn the American flag and get away with it, I'm glad Trump made that if you burn a flag, that's a year in prison. I think he was being very nice. If it was up to me, it should be a year of getting your ass beat. Close to death. But not enough to where you remember where you're at. If I was to go into Mexico and burn a flag, I would be killed. If I was to go anywhere else and burn a flag of their area, I would be killed. The reason why I say the United States is the best place to live is because you have the right to do that without prosecution. But it's time we said enough's enough. Donald Trump said it. Enough's enough. We're not going that route. And praise you, Lord. And praise Donald Trump. And I find it really funny how you can talk the talk, but you can't walk the walk. But I'm pretty sure J.B. Pritzker hasn't walked since the day he was elected. Like I said, he's got the body type of a chicken nugget. I want a United States, and I want a Illinois as strong as the top button on J.B. Pritzker's neck collar. Come on, don't act like you haven't seen that bad boy. That thing's crying for fucking air. Newsflash. America's back and God's bigger and better than ever. You awaken a giant. You awaken a lion. You awaken the people, God's people, where this country was founded on. 1776. You awoken it. And I will not rest. I will not sleep. I will not put my head down without a prayer. Praying for you and your family, J.B. Pritzker and Brennan Johnson. But I will pray for one thing, justice for Illinoisans in this area. Just so you think that I was reading off everything, that's all I have. All my points were Katie, Logan Paul, with Big Mike, aka Pussy, how dare you? Rump Taker, Salt Shaker. I don't know, that's a weird last name. That's it. I don't have anything on here. Everything that I was talking was strictly my voice. Like I said in the beginning, my beliefs have nothing to do with my people that come on here. If they disagree with me, that is the beautiful thing about America. Is you can come on my podcast and talk and disagree with me. I could still shake your hand and love you anyways. The one thing that I have been asked, actually, is what is this folded up piece of paper I always keep in my book? And it's John 3:16. I keep it always with me. I actually have one in my wallet. I keep one in my Bible. Oh, because it's in the Bible. I also keep one in my bedroom. And my favorite thing I like to keep around is right there. For in this house we will serve the Lord. And like I said earlier, before all these comments come around, and I'm sure they will at some point, I'm not a perfect Christian. Never claimed to be. Still a drinker, still smoke. But there's one thing I know is that God exists. And the Bible does too. Shame on you. Shame on you, J.B. Pritzker and Brandon Johnson. Or Jansen, or whatever the fuck it is. You awoke in a beast, not just in my heart, but in the hearts of everybody in Illinois. And let me tell you something, somebody coming from down south Illinois, you are hated more than loved. And the people that love you are the ones moving. You realize, as I walk all the time, and I love to walk. I walk down the road and I have signs all over. J.B. Pritzker sucks. Like, I'm walking around all the time. And I should actually, you know what I'm going to do? Tomorrow, whenever I make my walk, because I like to do about 5-10 mile walk, usually every day. I want to walk and just take pictures of every single sign that I see that has J.B. Pritzker sucks. That would be fun. Lemmy, where you at? Lim Dog, man. Where's he at? Is he over here hiding? Lemmy. Up. 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 He's gonna get up. Up. There he is. It's my dog Lemmy. He's like, I don't want to be on camera. Leave my dog age in. You're a terrible human being. Good boy. Good boy, Bubba. He loves. Shame on you. But anyways, God bless you guys that who watched. It's a little longer podcast than I wanted. But things have to be said. Because if we don't open our mouth, then nobody will hear it. Be open with your mind. And be open with your feelings. And understand that you're going to be heard. I plan on doing a live videoing downtown Effingham on the corner, right downtown. It's gonna be about God. It's gonna be about freedom of speech. It's gonna be peaceful. First off, peaceful. It's gonna be about just taking America back where it needs to be. Illinois has been taken away from J.B. Pritzker and Brandon Johnson and all these other people. It's about time we put somebody else in office that cares about the working man and woman and the farming man and woman in this area. It's about time we take Illinois back for Illinoisans. And I've never used that term before, actually. Illinoisans. It's funny whenever I go on vacation anywhere, it's like, where are you from? Illinois? Oh, Chicago. I'm like, no. I got family in Chicago, but I don't live in Chicago. I live down south. 2 hours from Carbondale, south. But I've lived in other states. It's time we take our state back. And it's up to us. We can't let a Brandon Johnson and J.B. Pritzker keep going on doing what they're doing. It's about time we say enough's enough. Chicago should not be the murder capital of the world. Isn't that crazy? The world. The freaking world. We have more murders in Chicago than Haiti. Definitely. Stop being quiet. Speak your truth. Speak loud. Speak honesty. We need to stop letting people like this F the world up. J.B. Pritzker should be put in prison. Same with Brandon Johnson, or Johnson, or whatever the fuck you want to call him. Both need to be in prison for the rest of their life. And all that money that they have should go to the veterans and the people that deserve it. They're making, look at J.B. Pritzker's money he's taking in every year or every month. Look at every month. Actually, look at every week. How much money they're getting taken in. Look at that. J.B. Pritzker is nothing more than just a non-situational camp Hitler. Same with Brandon Johnson. And same with that Beetlejuice looking bitch. She needs to go in prison as well. While everybody's sitting there, sitting in their houses because of COVID. Which I don't think COVID existed, in my opinion. But that's just me. I'll get into that more in another podcast. Newsflash. America's back. God's never left. And you're going to see the uprise. That's why when Charlie Kirk died, there wasn't a burnt building, a burnt business, nothing. when the Black Lives Movement went, there was nothing but burnt buildings, burnt cars, cars getting flipped, people's business being taken down, and everything. Not when that happened. There was prayer, there was forgiveness, there was people praying for the guy that did it. Jimmy Kimmel went up and said it was a MAGA movement. Well, come to find out, Jimmy, shame on you as well, you fucking stupid bitch. It was a guy who was dating a trans person that killed fucking Charlie because what you were doing something right? You were doing something right? Yeah, I know I'm going back in on it. I don't give a fuck. It's my podcast. I do what the fuck I want. You were doing something right? Really? Doing something right. You know what would have been right is if you would have ended up on the mattress or inside the condom of your dad's shindig, besides being able to breathe. You killed a man for nothing. Only thing you started was an uproar of people that believe in the Lord to come in and say, congratulations, you started the best thing ever. People coming together and realizing he did not need to die. Congratulations. Because whenever you go to prison, there's going to be a lot of people wanting to put you on their ticket. And if you don't know what that is, a ticket is kind of like a badge of honor in prison terms. So I've heard. As in, I took out the guy that killed Charlie Kirk. You're gonna meet the one person that, and he forgave you, as I do. His wife forgave you, because she's an amazing human being. Takes a lot to forgive. I myself forgave people that done wrong to me. And like I said, I forgive you too. As Jesus forgave you. And that's where it's really gonna suck whenever you die, or when you die, to know that everybody forgave you and you're gonna feel like the biggest piece of crap. I don't hate people. I try not to. I dislike people. But I don't hate them. I don't hate them. I might sound like it whenever I'm on here. But if there's one thing that I do know is life is so short. And it can only go so long. I don't see how, like, hate in my heart would make me want to live longer. Hate is so asinine. It's so unremarkably weird for me. I was sexually abused by my grandfather, but I forgave him. And I was there till the day he died. I took care of him, even though he was dying. Even in the nursing home, I was there with him. I forgave him. It's got nothing to do with. I don't have hatred in my body, and that's a lot of people like that know me personally are like, you're the weird, like you don't have hate in you. And I'm like, I do, but it's mostly towards myself, not necessarily towards other people. I hate what you do and what you did, but I forgive you because I have to as a Christian. Same thing with J.D. Pritzker and Brandon Jansen, or whatever the fuck his name is. I hate what you did, but I forgive you in my heart. But you have to forgive yourself for what you did. You know what you did. You know what you did. I didn't do it. You did it. And you continuously did it and deny that you did it, even though you know you fucking did it. I'm forgiven through God, who died on the cross as he carried it up to Calvary. He forgave me when he died. You are not admitting a darn thing. Nothing. Brandon, JB, Pritzker, denied nothing. Everything you say is truth, is what you say. Well, statistics don't lie. Pie charts don't lie. The fact that we're getting more people killed in Chicago than Afghanistan? Really? I pray, forgive, move on. But I won't move on until I see these two people in prison. And I will continuously research, and do more and more work until these two, along with the Beetlejuice looking bitch, get fucking put in prison for the rest of their fucking life. And all their money goes to people that deserve it. The veterans, the people that actually need it, goes back to the people in Chicago, the people down south where I'm from. They get it back for their farmland. It's time. It's time. Thank you so much. God bless. Like I said, as we do at the end of every Jordan Price podcast, I always like to do a prayer. So if you don't mind, I'll do that. Lord, thank you so much for being here, and I hope you heard it. And I thank God so much for your grace and your love. And I ask you to look over the people that watch this video and have watched it all the way through for their prayer. And Lord, just know that they're never alone. You're always there. You have your hearts and your eyes set on them. They just need to stand up and say your good word by reading the Bible. Lord Jesus, I thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I appreciate everything that you do and all that you are. In Lord's name I pray. Amen. Thank you so much, Jordan Price Podcast, and I can't wait to see you guys. Probably doing a video tomorrow. So, God bless you, and let it be done. In Jesus' name.